everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I thought I would do a Valentine's Day look. I've kind of had it like conjuring in my head for a couple of days. So I thought I would do a kind of like, red and pink, kind of dark gothic Valentine's Day. We'll see where it goes. I have like a vision in my head, but let's see if I can execute it. I'm gonna start out with primer. Pour this putty primer. Get rid of some of that texture. Then I'm going to go in with my concealer. I like to highlight the mask of my face. I like to use white or really light colors to make the makeup pop, like the eye makeup. Really pop. And then I also like to start with the eyes, because that way if I mess anything up, it's just super easy to fix. I'm a YouTuber. YouTubers. Oh. I'm gonna blend. Blendy. Everybody we blend. Oh, we're blending. Ooh, we're blending. So going in with this Maybelline, this is a gel eyeliner. Maybelline New York, Lasting Drama Gel Liner. And we're giving me, oh yeah. That's what we're talking about. Ooh! Is it even? That's pretty good. All right. I look like a sad French clown. I'm gonna take this very little flat brush. You can see it here. And I'm just gonna carve. I'm just gonna clean up my brows because I did kind of a shitty job. Eyebrows are like one of those things where I can either do it in like 5 seconds or it literally takes me 45 minutes. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go in now with some of this translucent setting powder. It's Coty Air Spun. Smells like old lady. I'm just gonna, just right on my eyes. Like my actual eyes. So there isn't, I can try to prevent creasing from happening. I'm gonna use this Cara Babe Yummy in the Tummy palette. It's like food themed, which is so cute. And I'm gonna try a brighter red, so I'm gonna go in with this red right here. It's kind of like a reddy orange. It's called Let's Ketchup. Like ketchup. Pigment, hello. Hello, hi. So this color is nice and patted in. Then I'm going to take this pink color, this really light pink color from the Send Me Sprinkles Kimchi palette, and let's see if she gives one edge to go. I'm just going to take it where the red and the white meet, and I'm just going to blend the two together. So I'm blending and also kind of flicking out to create that like cat eye shape that I want. I'm going to go in with this like dark red color here and see what that does. Is making a difference? Oops, that was brown. So I'm just blowing in, reinforcing that red color. I feel like this red color is a little better. I'm gonna go back into that pink color. Da 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 da. And let's just Blendy McBlendersons. It's my new drag name, Blendy McBlendersons. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna take the black in this New Mood Beauty Bay palette, and I'm just going to very lightly deepen up that red color. Just here. I'm not gonna go crazy because I want to add definition. But I don't want it to look like craziness. So I'm just kind of concentrating at like where I want the black and the red to meet. I'm just blending it in like windshield wiper motions and then like a little bit of circles. I'm starting in like the inner corner and then bringing it out. So I want like a lot of the pigment to be in the corner here, and then I can draw it out so that way I'm not like getting rid of all the work I've done with the red and the pink, if that makes sense. I don't want to like take a bunch of black and like put it all over, because then it'll just consume the red. I want to kind of keep it, I want it controlled. Okay, so I'm going to cut the crease. So I'm looking, there's a mirror right in front of me. I'm looking straight ahead. And then where my actual eyelid is, I'm going a little bit above. Just roughly mapping out the shape. You saw, if you remember in my last video, I said that I do this because my eyes are so hooded that I have to like, I have to cut my crease above where my actual crease is. This is the way I do it when I want like a little bit more of like a natural, not that any of this is natural, but like when I'm not going as big with my eye makeup. Because I do makeup too where like I'll start with the eyes and I'll like, the crease will be really big and like dramatic, but I want to do something a little more subtle. And then I don't know if you can tell, I don't know, I think I said this in the last video, but like, do you see how much more like eyelid space this eye has compared to this eye and like my real eye? Like I have all this like space where I don't have that in this eye. This eye is like droopier. See how like that disappeared? So I have to like manipulate my eye shape so that they match when I'm doing this. And it's another thing, I think I said this in the last video, but like, it's one thing to watch a tutorial, which, hello, hopefully you're doing that now. But it's one thing to also then understand that you're not going to get the exact same results because that person's eye shape and face shape are completely different from yours. Unless you happen to share genetics. So like, when you're doing a tutorial, and this is something that I had to learn kind of the hard way, when you're following a tutorial, especially like a makeup tutorial or a drag tutorial, like follow the steps, but also understand that, you know, that person's makeup works for their face. You have to find a way to make the look work for you, which is something that like I didn't understand when I first started doing this. And I would like try to exactly replicate what someone was doing, and I would get upset and disappointed when it didn't look exactly the same because my face shape and my eye shapes are completely different from that person. So, all right, so now I'm going to go in and kind of define the shape. Okay, I've done both of them. I've like kind of defined them. I'm gonna go in and fill them in. God damn it! I'm gonna go in and fill them in a little more. I do want to go in with pink eyeshadow and like color up this crease. So I want to just fill this in with the white so the eyeshadow has something to stick to. And it already looks kind of pink because the red and the white have mixed together. Watch out. So it's gonna make my job easier. I went up a little too far with the black in this one, so I might try to fix that. Take a really tiny amount and just bring that up a little bit. Take this really, really like light pink color from this kimchi palette and take a small flat brush. Gonna just use that to kind of set what I've done in the crease. Okay. Pink and red. And then, let me find, it might be actually in here. Is it in here? Yeah, it is. This color called Free in this new mood palette is very pretty. Very, very pretty. Ooh, it's like kind of like purpley pink shimmer. So let me just go in with my fingers. It's okay. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Love a shimmer. Love a pink shimmer. Okay. Now I am going to take the white eyeliner. I'm going to take this white NYX Vivid Matte. I'm just going to redefine the crease, which is something that I did in the last video. It just helps kind of like that. Mm-hmm. Everybody chill. It's totes God's will. I use black eyeshadow to mimic eyeliner because my eyes are so small and hooded. So I just take black eyeshadow. I like to use a piece of cardboard to like make it precise. And then I just kind of tap it into the outer corner of the eye. And then I'd go up. And as I go up, I also go out. So that it doesn't like get really thick. Tappy, tappy, tappy on the outer corner. And then as I go up, I go out. Like that. And then that mimics eyeshadow. To clean this up, let's take a makeup wipe and I follow like where my eyeball goes, or my actual eyeball sits in my eye socket, and just go up, and whoop, there we go. Fake eyeliner. Who doesn't love fake eyeliner? And then I'm gonna go in with that pink color, or that like shiny pink color that I was using. And this kind of blend the black and that color together. So that's the top of the eyes, pretty much done. For foundation, I'm gonna go in Derma Blend. Yield Derma Blend in, what is this color? Cashew Beige. I'm just gonna use this foundation brush and just start putting it on. I'm gonna avoid putting it on like directly under my eyes because that's where my concealer is gonna go, and I don't want it to get like extremely cakey. So I'm gonna not put it directly under my eyes, but I'm gonna put it on my nose, here between my eyes. And then once I have the foundation in, I'm gonna go in and blend. Make sure you get your ears match. So under my eyes is where I start my concealer or my highlight, and then my chin, the nose. Actually, before I do that, I actually want to do this. I'm going to create the triangle shape, because I like a triangle nose. So I'm going to create the triangle shape with this concealer brush. Like that. As opposed to doing it with the contour. And then the forehead. So basically you want the white concealer or whatever color you're using. Sometimes I use like a, not white, but like a just paler color. You don't have to use white. White is very dramatic. And you want it on the high points of your face. So under your eyes, your chin, your nose, your forehead. I also like to use this concealer to sharpen up the eyeliner, or the faux eyeliner. And we're blending, and we're blending. And we're getting a text message from our bank, and we're blending, and we're blending. Gorgeous. Now for contour, I'm going to use a couple different things, I think. I'm going to go into this deep shade of Putty Bronzer from e.l.f. And then what I like to do is when I cut my cheek, or when I do my contour, because I like a whoosh, very like snatched cheek look, I will lay the contour down, I will blend it, and then for the cheeks, I will then cut it with concealer. I'll cut it with concealer or with foundation, depending on what look I'm going for. And then I usually like suck my cheeks in. I'll then follow the line, usually up to here, and then I just like that. And again, it might look different on your face because your face shape will be different than mine, unless you're my long lost twin. which I have a twin, but we're not identical. So if we got separated somehow, when you are my twin, please let me know. I basically like to take it from like the middle of my ear to the top of my mustache. That's typically where I will draw the contour and then I will blend it out. So let's then kind of like make a triangle shape from like where my eyeshadow is down like that. And just a couple dabby dabs right here on the forehead. And then a little, actually, you know what? Let's go with a sharp brush. Just right where that contour or the highlight is with the nose. I'm just gonna take this sharp brush and just follow that, drag it down. Here we go. So I'm just trying to like create like a fun shape. Like that. So I basically just made like a, there's two triangles. There's a long, skinny, inverted triangle and then a big fat triangle in the bottom of my nose. And that's my nose contour for today. All right, and then I'm gonna blend this contour. I don't really blend a whole lot down here since I'm gonna cut it anyway. But I do like to kind of blend everything up. And like start from here and kind of. And then I'm gonna go in with this really deep shade that I have of the e.l.f. Camel Concealer. And I'm just gonna deepen up. Just like 2 dots there. And then like a little bit there and a little bit there. Just to deepen it up a little bit. I'm just gonna keep like blending like right where my hairline is. I'm not gonna try to bring it down very far. And then same thing here. I'm not like gonna drag this all the way. I'm just trying to keep it concentrated in kind of like the pockets of my cheek while blending up. And then I'm gonna take this Kimchi concealer, put some on my hand, and then take a flat concealer brush like this one. And then this is where I have to like really, I'm gonna look at this mirror ahead of me. So do you see how the contour is like going down like this? I want to cut my cheek so it goes straight across. So I go from here with the middle of my ear and I go like that. Which you might say, why don't you just contour there? And you would be very correct in asking that question. However, I find that the contour doesn't always work that way. And if I cut it using concealer, I will typically get the look that I want. Or if I do it with the contour and then try to, I know, this works better. I love how I like posed the question to myself and I was like, leave me alone. So how it's going down, I want it to go across like that. Okay. Yeah, I just find this easier to clean up if it gets messed up than doing it with the contour. Why, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So that's kind of where we're at with the underpainting. So now I'm gonna powder. So Coty Airspun. Translucent powder, baby. I'm gonna go back in with that triangle powder puff. I recommend that when you powder, if you have any of your creams or your eyeshadows or anything open, close them because you will get powder everywhere. And then I'm just gonna go in and just powder my entire face. Really like to get in the forehead. I have a very wrinkly forehead. All right, and then I take a very fluffy brush, like this guy, and just wipe it off, or brush it off. And the powder definitely takes away. Also, look how far this headband's gone up. The powder definitely takes away. I don't want to say it like takes away the work that you've done, but like obviously like, you know, there's not a whole lot of definition now between like the contour and the highlight with the powder. And that's, you know, that can be due to, I didn't use a super deep shade, but also that's kind of the point of underpainting, is it just kind of gives you a map, and then it kind of, and it also enhances once you put the powders on the top. Let's now do powder contour. I'm gonna go in with this NYX Professional Makeup Highlight and Contour Palette. Actually, let's go in with this brush. This is like angled brush here. I'm gonna go in with this. There's like a cooler kind of like that kind of shade. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna go in with this one first. My handy dandy card. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's like the line where I had the contour and the highlight. And I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go in and cut the cheek. There we go. I like to use this cooler color first, and then I'll go in with a deeper color. I'll go in with a deeper color after. Oh, there we go. That instantly like punched up the cheekbones. Did you see that? Ooh. Okay. And then a little forehead contour, as they say. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this like deeper shade right here, and just kind of repeat what I just did. And just deepen up this contour here. I like to bring it up to the temples. Ooh! Now we're doing drag. This is drag. Okay. I like to keep the deeper shades of the contour on my head, just kind of on the outer perimeters. I'm not trying to make my entire forehead bronzed. And then I'm going to go in with this deepest shade right here. There's a very, very deep shade in this palette, which I enjoy. I'm just going to use, oh, onto the black. I'm just going to use that to deepen up the pockets of my cheek. So just kind of keep it concentrated here. Oh yeah, okay. Gorgeous, darling. And then I'm gonna take my powder puff. It's pretty clean. Wipe it off a little bit. I have a towel right here. I'm just gonna wipe it off a little bit. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in with this highlight shade right here, which you can see. Ooh, this is, yeah, right here. Where I'm like touching pan. I'm gonna go in with that and just at all the points where I have highlight. So my chin, under my eyes. This is my powder highlight. Under here. Down right here in my nose. So on the little like doot 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 doot. And then up and down the center, and then I'll go in with the contour in a minute. It's easier to highlight the nose first, I think, and then go in with the contour. Up the forehead. Gorgeous, darling. Utterly gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Now I'm going to take a very small brush. I'm going to take this very tiny brush. And I'm going to repeat what I just did with the contour on my nose. So go in with this cooler color first. Oh, okay, it might help if I get some product down there. There we go. Here's a little bit and just blend with the fingies. little bit of a larger brush. Actually, I'll just take the contour brush that I used and do under my nose. I'm going to pinch it so that I can keep it kind of precise. And then I'm just going to repeat that process with the other color. So now, and then I'm just going to blend in with my fingers. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with my powder puff with that highlight color. And just I don't want to like undo all the work I just did, but I do want it to be a little bit lighter as the nose goes out. So I'm going to just see how like that side is a bit thinner. And this side, there we go. Gorgeous, okay. Spray, just to set it and add some moisture. All right, now, I thought something was gonna be loud. I'm going to bake. Now, sometimes I bake with a super white, other times I bake with a translucent, other times I bake with a fair. I think today, because I do want a little bit of pigment, but I don't want it to be like clown white. I'm gonna go with this Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair, so that there is some color, there is some pigment, but it's not gonna be super white because that's not the look I'm going for. I'm gonna put it along here. A little bit on the tip of the nose, just a same thing on this side. Try to get it as straight as possible. Up on the forehead. Chin. Under the eyes. Very important. All right, I'm gonna let this bake for like 5 minutes and then I'll come back and brush it off. All right, so this has been baking for about 5-ish minutes. I'm just gonna dust it all off. I also went in and just kind of darkened up the black eyeshadow just a little bit because it was kind of fading. This like the baking just kind of like makes the highlights pop out a little more. At least I think it does. Maybe it doesn't, and you're watching this and you're like, you're full of shit, homie. Well, so be it. All right, now I'm gonna finish under my eyes. So to begin that process, I'm gonna start by taking some of this Coty Airspun translucent powder, putting it on my puff, and then I'm gonna put it under my eyes and across my nose because I don't want eyeshadow all over my nose and my eyes. All right, to finish the under eyes, I'm going to take a little black eyeliner. This is the liquid Vivid Matte by NYX. I'm just gonna put it right on my lash line. Gotta make sure it dries, because if I open my eyes, it's gonna go all over the work that I've done. See, I think that just looks better, right? Maybe I'm delusional. It's quite possible. So eyeliner. And then I'm gonna go with mascara. And just, all of my eyebrow lashes are like white now from all the powder and crap that I've put on. So I'm just trying to get my eyebrows, I am losing it, y'all. Trying to get my eyelashes to be the same color as my eye makeup. So I'm not gonna do the normal, like I'm not gonna put white here. I'm just gonna kind of close everything off, but I'm going to just keep my under eyes like the same shape that they are naturally. So I'm gonna take this eyeliner and I'm gonna connect. There we go. Okay, and then same thing over here. I'm gonna connect the eyeliner. There we go, like that. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And then I'm gonna just take it right under the lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with the black. I'm going to take this brush. Yes, this like flat brush. Flat, fluffy brush. A little bit of black, and I'm just going to smudge. I like to connect it to the eyeliner up there, like that. I'm like right on top of the eyeliner, and I'm just smudging. And then I'm going to go in with... I'm going to go in with this red color. Ooh, God. Same brush. I'm going to go in with the red color from the Kimchi palette. And I'm going to blend it into the black. So a little bit under the lash line. Ooh. All right, and then last but not least, with a fluffy brush, like this one, I'm going to go in with that pink color and just blendy, kind of everything together. Using the same color story from the top of the eyes to the bottom of the eyes. But I'm going to go in and reinforce the black eyeshadow a little bit. I'm just going to reinforce that just a little bit. Wipe away that powder. Now I'm going to go in with black eyeliner, pencil, line my eye, or like the waterline. Nothing fancy. Doing the waterline. Ooh, she's moody. Now I'm going to fill in my eyebrows with black eyeshadow to deepen them up. I'm going to use my very, very skinny, I think this is an Inglot brush that I got in that makeup kit. And I'm just gonna... All right, now blush. I'm gonna use this Roxy Revolution palette that I got from Ulta, I think. And then I use this like really fluffy synthetic brush. I'm gonna go into like some of these like deeper shades here. Just kind of mix them all together. And just blotty, blotty, blotty. Right here at the high point. Or the deep part of my cheek. Not the high point. And then take some of this like reddy pinky colors. And on the apples of my cheeks. Highlighter. And then go in with this liquid highlighter from Kimchi. Put it right with the applicator right in the corner of my eyes. Ooh. To brighten those up. And then on the cheek, high points of the cheek, I like to use the liquid and then put powder on top of that. So then I use this Kimchi highlighter. And I'll take a fluffy brush. Okay. And then on the nose. A little on the forehead. And then because it's Valentine's Day, let's put a little under the eyes, under the eyebrows, the brow bone. Why not? Oh my God, look at that shine. And then red lips. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna line my lips in red. And then I'm gonna go in with red lipstick. I have this Maybelline Ultimate Red. And then I'm going to take this little fluffy flat brush, go into the black eyeshadow, and create just a little bit of an ombre. So basically I just take the eyeshadow and start at the corner and just move it out. Move it out in that direction. And then just kind of pat it to blend it. And then I'll use my concealer. And I'll use this to clean up the edges, because I can never put on lipstick neatly. So, put it on this brush. And then, I'll take the powder puff, and then just gently blend that. And then I'm going with a clear gloss. Actually, wait, no. I'm going to take a little bit more of that concealer. Right in the middle. Just to kind of line it up. And then go in with the gloss. I think that's it. I think we're done. Lips, blush. I'm gonna throw on some lashes, put on a wig, and a little outfit, and I'll be right back. And here's a final look. What do you think? This wig is something else. She's seen better days. And I thought I had lighter pink gloves to like match the headband, but I couldn't find them. Overall though, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. So hopefully you like this tutorial. Hopefully you learned something. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, anything of that nature, please leave a comment below. I'm always so happy to help answer questions for people. Hopefully you're inspired for your Valentine's Day look. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much again for watching. And until next time.